Hi guys, Jamie here from First and Only Tips and Tricks. Got another one for you today. Last one we did was a high cap, so now we're going to strip a mid cap down and see what's going on there and make sure she's nice and clean. So, old classic army mid cap, she's been causing me some mither recently, not quite feeding properly, so we want to have a quick look at that, see what's going on. Once again, Allen key in the bottom. Could be an Allen key, could be a crosshair, or a Phillips as they're called. Be anything. So undo it, take out the Allen, and then if it's got the two clips, press it there and out they come. This one hasn't. High caps do, some of the others do. So we can see the whole instrument there. She's all looking quite clean on the inside, nothing too terrible there. So we're going to undo our screws and see what's going on inside. I've already emptied it out of BB, so I know there's nothing going to come flying out. With this one, I'm going to leave the screws in it. Normally I take screws out and put them all pointing towards the holes, but this one just seems easy enough to do like this. Now then, as soon as you can in Airsoft, I do suggest you go to mid caps and things like that. They do add an extra element. I mean, low caps, normally I play with 30 rounders. I find that far more fun. It gives you much more of a challenge. Right. So, we've undone it, and I've kept my hand on the top because I know the spring's going to get naughty on me and try and escape. So we can take it all to bits and we can see what's going on there. Now this one really went mad on me. So, that's the top half, and we'll put that on last next time when we want to put it back together, because that'll let us hold the spring down as such. There's the actual spring with the latch on it that forces down. It's got upside down on me. I'll put that back in position and we'll have a little look at that in a minute. Come on, you rotten swine. Oh, she's being fiddly. Right. Normally, you could just take the top part off and then you're going to get easy access to it, but I want to take the whole thing apart and show you how it works. So, there's a spring running around a track. So the spring base is here and it runs around the track. Okay. BBs get forced in, they compress the spring. I'm going to remove the spring out of the way. Get myself a BB. Boop. So the spring's behind the BB, and the spring pushes the BB round the track, and then up to the top. When it reaches this point, then it gets held back by the trigger there, or the spring tensioner there that holds it back. As the goes into the mag, that gets depressed, allowing the BBs into the gun. The main problem you find with these is dirt and grub in the track, or bits of woodland and things like that when you're loading it, getting stuck in your mag, just generally clogging things up. So to give it a service, it's simple on these, it's not as hard as the other one. All we're going to do is we're going to give it a clean. So we're going to use a bit of tissue again, back to my old favourite, Mr. Lube, a little bit of silicone lube and just a tiny touch of it, and I'm just going to run it round the track basically. Now she's looking quite clean, but I bet once I've cleaned her she won't look as clean. Now I've left the screws in this one, so I'll have to do it upside down. It's no biggie, just a quick run around. There we are. Now the only mechanical, well, it was quite dirty, wasn't it? The only mechanical part really on this is the spring there, but everything seems to be fine. Okay, so put this back together. Now I've shown you how that works. Now the spring doesn't actually sit against this bit, it sits against a small little ledge there. So to get that on, we push it against it backwards and then slip it forwards. We're all together. That's how that goes together, like that. Now we're going to keep that there just now, like that. So to put it together, screw it together like that. Notice I've left the spring out. I'm also going to check the spring to see if there's any debris stuck in the spring, or there's any kinks in it, or it's knackered, or, you know, anything like that. Is it rusty? Has it all gone to pot on me? Okay, that's the base one. So have a look at that. There's a kink there. It's not too bad. She's a bit rusty, but then again, she's a bit old. Yeah, she's going to run through. She's going to run fine. There's no debris on the head. It's all nice and clean. So then I'm going to feed this back into the mag now. And it will follow the lines that I showed you before, where the magazines go and the BBs go. Feed her in, feed her in, feed her in. Just take that away. And there we go. Now then. Oh dear. Fail. Fail, 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 fail. Alright, I'll have to leave that a sec and put this one back on. Oh. Can be a bit tricky, especially with small components can airsoft, but it's nothing too terrible. So back on with this part. Small ledge touching it. Force it forward, put it together. Put that one down there with this hand. You little rotten swine. There we go. There we go. Put it back up there. And then slowly slot the thing together. Oh, put the screws in the top. Every time make a little mistake, eh? Too over eager, that's what it is. Too over eager. Oh, there we go. Right. Slot her back in slowly. There's a little bit of give there. Go on. There we go. And then pop her back in there. Now, the main thing I wanted to show you on this is how to do it even quicker than that. I did take it apart so you could have a good look and see the insides. But you may notice before it was spring on there. So if you just take this front one off and the top one off, leave it there, you can actually remove that. On the classic armies you can anyway. There's a few others do this. And take the whole spring out as is. So if you've got a blockage in there or something like a piece of wood, it's quite quick to change and clean up. Reverse of that, of course. Put it back inside. Now, low caps will have a smaller area for the BBs. Mid caps will have a larger area. Ready to go. And back in the top. Back on the base. Good. There we go. Excellent. That's done it. Right, should we give it a rock? Should have something with BBs in around it. Here we go. And just a couple of pumps. Spare one. And ready. Oh, that really worked. That really worked. I'll put that on slow-mo later on. Okay, that's how to service a mid-cap. Jamie, first and only tips and trips. Thanks very much.